Welcome, 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 everybody. And thank you for tuning in to Turning Your Passion in the Profit Morning Show. How's everybody doing today? I hope that you're having a fantastic day wherever you may be around the globe. I hope that you had a fantastic weekend. It's just something that, we could just sit back and think about, how much enjoyment do we really enjoy, having a self-care day or a self-care weekend, however you may say it, okay? Having that fantastic day. This is something that I always take pride in. Good morning, Tiffany. Always take pride in, taking time out to, spend time to really reflect on the direction of, where I'm going and where I'm leading people to. And, that's something that, we talked about on Friday's broadcast, talking about, that self care, having that self care weekend. But you know what, Tiffany? It didn't turn out that way for me. My weekend was full of, exciting things to pour into our audience, and especially when we're talking about turning your passion into profit more.
You got to turn your passion into profit.
Yeah. I mean, I thought about some, exciting things, how to expand our reach and how to bring, new methods and new things on the horizon for our audience, So that was my weekend. I had a fantastic weekend.
You better come on with your fantastic self. You better come on with your fantastic self.
Yes, fantastic weekend. Just being creative and thinking about expansion, not only, for the show, but also to expand our author's mindset. And, I had, some time out, a little bit of time out for myself. But you know what? It's all good. It's all good, y'all. It's all good. And with that being said, let me introduce myself. I'm Gertrude J. Chapman, your number one inspirational book coach. And I teach you how to maximize your potential and stop leaving money on the table, from the books that you write or the books that you're even thinking about writing, Sometimes they're stuck in your head, but we got to get those books out of your head and we got to get those down on paper. And we got to get those books into the hands of your ideal readers. Sometimes I talk so fast, I have to keep up. It's hard to keep up, myself, okay? But that's because I'm so excited, Tiffany.
That's good, though. You want to stay excited. Excited is a good thing. Jeez. Yeah. Don't be hating on to being excited. I think it's a wonderful thing to be excited. Anytime that we're above the dirt, it's a beautiful thing. So I love it. I love it. Keep up with the excitement. I like that.
You like the excitement? Yeah. And I was telling, I collaborated with, getting some authors in here. So to build our resources and different things. And I told them to drop their, books in the comments. Yeah. Because, this is something that could expand our audience's mindset. How about reading from people that we already know, their books and interject them with that, that was something that was suggested to me. My coach was saying something. I said, oh, okay. Let's take it a little deeper. Let's expand it. Let's take it to another level.
Come on with the deeper dive.
The deeper dive, girl. The deeper dive and expansion, expansion. That's the thing, because what we're doing, we're expanding. We're expanding things. And, we're allowing people to come on and, drop their books, the links to their books in the comment section. Because, we always talk about our readers. We want, our audience, we want our writers to be able to expand their mindset and get different perspectives of what they're thinking about. So how about, having, our connections, if they have written a book, drop it in the comments.
Makes sense too.
People could read, just like we drop our information there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what they should do. We need to be able to understand who you are and what services you provide. We need to be able to understand what your book is, what your book is about. And it exposes us to different genres. Like there's a lot of people that we know that may have done self-help books, And what other things have you done? What, because there's awesome storytellers that are out here. You might have some science fictions and whatever it is, just expose us to what you do. That's always a beautiful thing. And who doesn't like getting to know people? Well, there are people that's like that. But I mean, you always want to get the opportunity to know different individuals. At least I do. I love the fact of knowing other people, and being able to reach out and finding out different things. I like learning of people. So I think it's a pretty dope thing. Yeah. So yes, please drop your comments in the section. Comments are your best friend. It's our best friend. You interacting with us, it definitely is a beautiful thing. And I always like to say sharing is caring. And because sharing is caring, we love for you to share our particular broadcast with your network and with some of your friends and family. If at any time, whatever we provide for you is of, and if it's enhancing your life in some type of way, we love for you to share that with someone else or to tag them into the comment section. That's a beautiful thing for you to be able to do. It's super dope. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And, I was listening even on your broadcast, and the different thing. Yeah. Because we have to, and we're teaching our audience how to support one another.
Sure.
Okay. How to support one another. Yes, it was a busy day. I was on the computer all day from 8 o'clock in the morning up until I don't know what time during the night, collaborating and listening to different things and coming up with some great things, expanding my mind, because I'm saying, okay, I'm expand my reach and stuff like that, but let me expand my mind. Let me get some different perspectives and, so we could bring it to the table, because y'all, we got some exciting things that's happening.
Yes, we do.
Very much, the workshop that's coming up.
Yes, that's pretty
the conference that's coming up, all of the great speakers and different things of that nature, the collaborations, that's coming up. And that's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So, drop your information in the comments. If you are that author that have that book that you've already written, drop it in the comments. Because we have people that come on this show, whether, they make themselves known or whatever. Okay, they're here on this platform. And this broadcast reaches around the world. So you never know who needs what you have written.
True statement.
Who needs what you have written.
True statement. You never know. So go ahead and share it, because you are just one reach away from other people knowing who you are. And so don't be afraid to share that. Sometimes a lot of people are afraid to share and tag people in things, especially their own particular product. But how will people know about you if you don't share? That's one of the reasons why I always take that statement, sharing is caring. So you're sharing your product with us. You're sharing things of you. This is the thing that you believe in. This is something that you want others to know about. How will we know unless you share it? How will we understand the value that you have on yourself if you don't share it with us? Because it's just not like it's just going to be like Bewitched. I can't twinkle my nose. I'm more so twitching my eyes and I look weird. But it's like, it's not going to just appear for us and I just automatically know who you are. No, it takes you to share your information with us. And speaking of sharing, I haven't even shared who I was. You shared who I haven't even shared who I was. I am Tiffany Rochelle. I am your people's cheerleader, or the people's cheerleader, rather. I'm an author, speaker, and a life goal coach. And I am the wonderful co-host here of this wonderful show, Turning Your Passion into Profit morning show. And I'm the host also of Hear My Heart show. What I do is encourage women to rid the toxins from their hearts and to set goals that are true to you, because I believe out of the abundance of your heart, your mouth speaks. So you want to just make sure that you have that good, pure heart and that you're speaking from a pure place versus you're speaking from hurt. Never want to be able to speak from hurt, because those words that we put out, you'll never be able to get those back, because that's something that you're going to remember. You tell me, hey, I'm pretty. You tell me I'm ugly. I'm going to remember that. Man, Gertrude said I had a pretty smile. I'm always going to remember those words. And if you tell me that, oh my God, you're stupid, I'm going to remember. No, remember, keep that same energy. I was stupid, remember? So those words you're going to always constantly remember. So you just want to make sure that you're talking from a good place. and you're not talking out of anger or bitterness. So go ahead and excavate that stuff from your heart so that you'll be able to talk freely. So I've already talked to you about doing the comment section. So please go ahead and do such a thing. And now at this point in time, I'm giving it back over into the capable hands of our host here, Miss Gertrude J. Chapman.
You know, no, you didn't. You see, y'all, this is how much fun we have here, and especially on a Monday morning. Monday morning, but you know, that's all well and good. That's all well and good. You know,
Told you I was gonna do it. You thought I was
yes,
playing.
you did, but I didn't think. Well, that's all right. That's all right. You know, today we're going to be talking about, you know, writing expectations from the reader's perspective. Okay, from the reader's perspective. And this is what we want you to always keep in mind. You know, you're not writing from yourself, your perspective, but you're writing from the reader's perspective. What will they get out of the message? You know, we talk about, as we go to the first one, we talk about those goals. Okay,
those are important.
Those goals. And those goals could be what? Self-talk. Okay, self-talk. Not only, you know, self-talk with yourself, getting yourself into that mindset, getting yourself into that frame of mind. But you know, that frame of mind of, okay, this is not for me, but this is for my audience. This is for the readers. What will they, you know, receive out of this? You know, also, just like you get in the mirror and you talk to yourself, okay? Because sometimes, y'all, we have to talk to ourselves. This morning, I didn't have to talk to myself because I was excited, okay? I was excited with this expansion thing. I heard about, I was on another program that was talking about expansion, okay? And this was a conference that was in Arizona. 3 hours I was on this conference. It lasts longer than 3 hours. But it's expansion. I said, oh, you know, and I thought about that. And so how can I interject that into everything that I'm doing? And it shifted my mindset, okay? It shifted my mindset. So, you know, you get in that mirror and you talk to yourself. And, you know, this sets the tone of your message. This is something that sets the tone of your message, because, you know, your written message could have a tone to it, okay? And it could have a tone of whether your reader will receive it or your reader will reject it, or it, you know, how that reader will feel about it. So sometimes you have to get in that mirror and not sometimes, but make this a practice, make this a part of your goal of getting in that mirror and talking, you know, your message, and see how it will be received by your reader. Okay? Because sometimes we write something and, you know, it has a whole different tone, and we don't want that to come across as, you know, being condescending or anything of that nature. So, you know, talk to yourself, you know, talk that message out loud, because it makes a big difference, because we want our readers to receive that message the way that we intend for them to receive it. You know, that's very important. Sometimes people don't think about that, Tiffany.
Yeah, that's a true statement. And you sitting in the mirror, listening to, or even once you write it out, even if you don't look at yourself in the mirror, and see yourself saying what you're saying, just reading out loud what you're saying, it helps you put your punctuation marks. Good morning, Miss Christine. It helps you to be able to hear exactly the tone in which you're meaning it. As in, if I write something down on paper, and then I happen to read it, and I'm reading it with no commas, no punctuation marks, no anything like that, it kind of changes the tone of really. And I'm like, oh, this needs to go there. Oh, this doesn't sound that right. Oh, this sounds real harsh. This is tough. So you saying it out loud, because in your head, you know what it sounds like. You know what you want it to be like. But once you write it down and you hear it, or either put it in a voice memo and, you know, be able to hear what it's sounding like, you'll be able to understand the tone that other people may hear it in. You may even say, man, I didn't even mean it in that way. This is how I was meaning for it to sound. But writing stuff down and reading it out loud, that matters. Being able to hear yourself with your vision, because once you hear something, it changes things. It's just one thing to think about it or one thing to see it. But once you hear yourself doing that, once you hear yourself wanting to go into a particular direction, normally things are activated because, oh, Miss Gertrude, I heard you say something. And when I heard you say it, it made me want to change. You know what? I think I'm going to eat a little bit better. I'm not going to eat after 8 o'clock now again, because at one point in time, that's what I was doing. But once you hear stuff, it kind of, it just resonates differently. And you definitely want to do that. So writing stuff down and then reading it to yourself or looking at yourself in the mirror saying it matters. Oh, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it matters. Yeah, and listening is that powerful thing. Listening is very powerful, that listening aspect.
Yeah.
Because it brings you into that action place where you need to be. And also, I want to interject here with the goals and the self-talk and different things of that nature, and how you self-talk that message and what you have written. Never get into yourself where, you're writing from anger or anything of that nature.
Right.
You got to separate that. No matter how you feel, y'all, no matter how you feel, you have to discipline yourself not to have your message come across based on how you feel. Somehow you have to separate that thing. And that takes discipline. That takes discipline. Because just how you feel on a particular day, you shouldn't put that in your message to, allow your audience to receive that in your message. You have to be careful of that, You have to be careful of that.
Definitely have to be careful. Good morning.
Good morning, Janea. Thank you all for joining us today. Don't forget to put your information in the comments. If you have written a book, yes, speaking from truth, right? And not emotion. That is so true. If you have written a book, put that book in the comment section. If you are a business, put it in the comment section, because our audience, if you're an entrepreneur, let me tell you, if you have not written a book, you're leaving money on the table. And I say that all the time. You're leaving money on the table. And we talk about on here, maximize your potential. Squeeze out everything inside of you that you could squeeze out. Everything.
Nathaniel, this is a great point that you made. That's a great point you made. He said, great point. Do not write when you are not in the right spirit.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true. And that takes discipline. And that takes what? Getting in that mirror in the morning and getting yourself right. Because not only writing in the wrong spirit, but also you don't want to carry the wrong spirit throughout your day. Okay? Get in that mirror. Like I said, before you get in the presence of others, first get in the presence of God.
Sure.
And secondly, get in that presence and get your mind and your body together. Because sometimes your body doesn't want to get up because it's cold outside, because you just don't feel like, because maybe you've eaten something the night before and you had a rough night sleeping. You got to get your body into shape. Okay. And you got to get your mind into shape. Don't go through the whole day being frustrated and being agitated. And like you said, you got to be in that right spirit. You frame your day. Absolutely. You have the power within inside of you to frame your day. You don't have to go through your day feeling defeated. You don't. It's whatever you choose. Say, I am writing a book now. My business is what? What is that?
I am the Data LLC.
Okay.
A consulting company that builds leadership and business models.
Wonderful, wonderful. Don't forget, Nathaniel, drop that link in the comment section.
So we'll know how to reach you. That's good stuff. And good morning, Miss Lakeisha.
Drop it in the comment section.
Mhm.
Good morning, Lakeisha.
Mhm.
Because we're building the platform here. We tell our authors, okay, number one, you have to be a reader. You have to be a reader, because the books that, you know, we're telling our authors to drop in the comment section, we want to have this for our audience to expand their mindset. So drop your business links in there. Also drop your books in there. Tag somebody that you know that can drop their information in the comment section also. Tag them to this broadcast, because we're talking about real things here. We're talking about where authors, you know, really face challenges in their lives. And that brings us to the next talking point, talking about deserving. First, you got to believe, okay, that you deserve, you know, writing that book. Because a lot of times people don't think that they deserve to write this book. Who am I? That's what they tell themselves. Who am I to write this book? And they have wonderful messages, beautiful messages that can bring transformation into the readers' lives, but they're not seeing themselves as deserving, you know? And I'm gonna tell you, your thoughts create being. Good morning, Marcia. How you doing today? Your thoughts create being. Okay? You have to have the right mindset about yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe that you deserve to write that message, because I'm going to tell you, as an author, you have a responsibility to your audience, and you are a leader. Because you know why you're a leader? You know why you're a trendsetter? You know why you have a responsibility? Because you have a responsibility to change the trajectory of somebody's life. And not only their life, but their family's life, and also generations to come. Okay? So you have to see yourself as deserving. Believe that you have what it takes to create that effective message to your ideal audience. You have to believe it, y'all. You have to believe it before you expect anybody else to believe it.
You have to believe in you. And I can't stress enough is every word that you say, you need to be intentional about it, because your words are seeds that you're putting into the ground. You're putting these words out there into the atmosphere. And these words that you say, you should really believe, because eventually they're going to manifest. So whatever you're saying to yourself, you have to command your day, start your day, and say what you want for your day. You have to say what you want. And not only once you say it, believe it. You are a powerful individual. And if we begin to understand the power in our words, and we really understand our message, good night, how things will change. You know, it is going to be a wonderful change that's going to come over us, because we believe in what we say. We don't just say it, we believe it. Man, that's a beautiful thing to do. So believe in yourself, believe in your words. And there's nothing that you can't accomplish, because you're believing in you. If don't nobody else believe in you, you got to believe in you. The minute that I can see and smell that you believe in you, it's easier for me to step behind you, because it's a beautiful thing. I feel your confidence. I already know you're a confident individual. So then I'm just going to piggyback off of that. Well,
it's true, huh? It is so true. It is so true, because everyone wants to, you know, be on that winning team. Everybody, good morning. You know, everybody wants to be on that winning team. Everybody wants to be a part of something that's bigger than themselves, you know? But you have to see that you're deserved, because it's an energy there, you know? Someone once said they was on this show, and I had a conversation with them later on. They say, oh, you know, y'all like family. I said, yes. You know, Tiffany and I are like family. And also our audience, we want you know, we want that connection. We want that camaraderie. We want that interaction. because, it's an energy. Okay. It's an energy that we all need. And, energy is it's contagious. It's contagious, So you deserving, seeing yourself as deserving is contagious. It's contagious. And that moves us into the next one. Look, your book is your vision. I want you to see it this way. And this is something that you're going to learn more about on this workshop that's coming up. Let's see. It is important to refrain from speaking against your person, stepping into your power. That's so true. That is so true. Very true. We're going to be having this workshop that's coming up, February the 16th at 7:00 p.m. And it's talking about setting your goals, your book setting goals. Okay. Not like you might have thought about it, but a whole different perspective, getting that creative perspective. Because I'm going to tell you, we dig deep here. These things take you, these programs and the other things that we have take you into the deep dive. So if you like to get in contact with either Tiffany or myself, the information's in the comments section. It's also scrolling across the screen. Okay, what you hear on these broadcasts is only the tidbits, but we want you to, come over to that workshop that's happening on February the 16th at 7:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be streaming live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. You could go to that link and on Eventbrite and schedule your time to be there with us. But also, your book is your vision. Your book is your vision. And I'm going to read you something that I wrote down. You see your book. See your book as the vision. And your message as the plan to reach your audience. The goal is transformation. You like that, Tiffany? See your book as the vision.
I like it so much. I want to hear you say it again.
All right. See your book as the vision and your message as the plan to reach your audience. The goal is transformation.
That's rich. I like that. Always have a good transformation for the individuals because that's what your message should be doing. Mm-hmm. Your message should be transforming lives in the first place. Don't write something that you don't want somebody to change from. We should always want somebody to grow. We should always want somebody to evolve. Whatever you're putting out there, allow them to be able to evolve from that, even if it's not one of them self-help or, your autobiography or a biography book. Still, when you take them on a particular journey, they should be able to free themselves. And you know what? Maybe I should be adventurous. I might go zip lining or something. Allow the individuals in your audience to be able to feel free from whatever care or whatever burdens that they may have in that moment. But absolutely, they should have your message should be able to transform and change somebody's life. Absolutely.
Yeah. Change somebody's life, because that's the whole point of it, changing somebody's life, So see your book as that vision, and you can't separate yourself from your book. You cannot, it's powerful. And when you realize that, when you come into that realization of that, it's showtime, right? It's fire. It's showtime. It's on, whatever you want to say, And that brings us into, don't forget, y'all, drop your information in the comment section, okay? In the comment section, because I know there's a lot of great authors out there, and you're going to be hearing more from them, their books, and you're going to have those resources to go and read, because I'm telling you, we have some awesome things. Because what is this other thing we're talking about, Tiffany? We're talking about, what is that, a book club? What were we talking about?
There's a few things that we actually have out here on the table. So yes, we were talking about doing a book club. We have a workshop coming up, and we also have our conference coming up. But the book club is something that we definitely were going to have it's in the works. That's what I'm trying to say. Good night. It's in the work. for us to definitely do. But the book club is just that. So we'll be talking about individual different authors. They get a chance to come and tell us about their book, and we're reading through their book and expanding our minds and talking about different things in their book, our books, everybody's books, books. But we definitely want to learn from everyone in their books. So that's a club that we'll be creating pretty soon. And so I think that's pretty dope. That's pretty fun. And those are needed. It's a little encouraging. We'll get a chance to understand different genres, different authors, and then seeing what their perspective is. Because, you can read something and then you get it to see it some way. And then, when you have the actual author there, oh my God, I just kind of got nervous because you just have that. It's like they're a celebrity. So you have that author that's there and they're telling you, hey, this is what I intended for it to be. And this is how it goes. That's fine. So them to be able to express and for us to talk and say what we got out of it, man, that's going to be super dope.
Super dope, super dope. And like you said, it's a global experience, y'all. Yeah. It's a global experience because we want you to expand your mind, expand your mindset, expand your reach, okay? Expand your reach around this globe. We want you to see it on a bigger platform. When we're talking about maximize your potential, you might say, well, Gertrude, I just don't have it in me. But when we team up, when we all come together, okay, it's able to, just transform minds of people all over the globe. The energy that, comes from each one of us. Just think of all that energy. Just think of all that power. Just think of all that momentum. Okay? Think about that. Because it says a threefold cord is not quickly broken. Well, there's more than three of us. Okay? There's more than three of us. When we come together, maximize your potential. Your 2022 is not going to look like, your 2021 and, in times past. Okay? This is something new. This is something different. This is the power of collaboration. This is the power of sharing and caring. Okay? This is the power of being selfless. Okay? Not promoting ourselves, but everybody together. Okay? We come as a package deal. All right? And to get your books out there to maximize your potential. When one wins, we all win. We all win because this is the winning season. This is a winning time for each and every one of our authors, each and every one who's out there, each and every one. I know it kind of got off, but I want to let you know that, okay? When we're talking about writing expectations from the reader's perspective, we want your readers and all of our readers, okay, to see that power and and feel that momentum, and as this movement is being built, and the movement is always in expectation. It's always in improving themselves. Improving themselves, wanting to improve themselves, wanting to think another way, wanting to be transformed. Not remaining the same way that they are. And that brings us into, the next talking point, activating. Did I get it? Okay. Activate your message. Bring that message to life. You have to bring it to life. And that's why we're saying, don't have that negative mindset. Don't have that mindset where, it's just dead in the water. Good morning, Tommy. How you doing today? Have that mindset where you shift some things. You're shifting some things or you're dropping some things. And if you were there in the beginning when we talked about, get in that mirror, talk to yourself, that self-talk for yourself, but also that self-talk for your message. Okay? Bring your message to life. If your mind is not, right, get your mind right. Early in the morning. It's best, y'all, early in the morning. Get it right. Don't go through your day having that sluggish feeling or that ho-hum feeling, or it'll be how it be feeling. Get it together, y'all. If I can say it like that, Tiffany, you got to get it together. Activate your message in order to bring that transformation.
I put it on mute all the time because I'll be in the background and I'll be doing the work. So I was like, oh, I got to get back over here so I can make sure I say you need to be able to activate. But it's really funny is because one of my homegirls this weekend, she had me cracking up because every time I hear the word activate now, I hear her doing Holy Spirit, activate. I can't stand it. I'm sorry. So every time I hear that word, I just go off on this little tangent. Forgive me, my mind. But definitely you need to be able to, I personally believe that you need to be able to activate these gifts that's inside of you. Mm-hmm. This year is the 24th of the beginning of a new year, 2022. Mm-hmm. And one thing we definitely need to do is activate these gifts that are inside of us. We can't allow these gifts to just be dormant within us anymore. We can't just allow them just be there. No longer do we need to bury these gifts that we have inside of us. So these books that we have, these ideas that we have, the success that we want to have, we need to make sure that we put them into action. We can't just allow this just to be another year that we just go on humdrum and just being at naught. We need to make sure that we go ahead and activate those gifts that are in us. Stir up those gifts, stir up those talents that we have. Don't bury your gifts any longer. Today needs to be the day of reckoning, that you decide within yourself that I am going to be that successful individual, that I am going to go ahead and activate, get myself active and write that doggone book that I have. I'm going to go ahead and write those procedures, those policies and procedures that needs to be for my business. I'm going to go ahead and start school. Maybe you're going to go ahead, whatever it is that you want. Maybe you want to start planning for having a baby. Who knows? You get it in gear. Let it not just be something that's stuck in your head any longer. It's time to activate those goals and those dreams that we really want. That we want, and we just can't allow it to be dormant anymore. We need to make something active. We need to make it operational. We need to make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to do. No longer let it be that well-oiled machine, but it can't be that well-oiled machine if we don't get it to running and we don't know exactly what it is that we're supposed to be doing. Start getting it into play. Start talking to somebody. Maybe you need to get you a coach. Maybe you need to get you someone that's going to be able to help your dream come into play. Go for it. Our link is in the comment section, and our link is also scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Get in contact with us. You want to start that book? You want to go on your book writing journey? Talk to Ms. Gertrude. Ms. Gertrude is an excellent individual that she's definitely going to get you set 20 by the end of, I'm going to even put it this way. By the end of summer, if you do the work, you probably can have your book out there. You might already have some of the stuff already put together by the time you finish talking to her, because Miss Gertrude she ain't no punk. Miss Gertrude be serious about it. So when she get on something, if you already have your stuff together, if you already written something, it's going to be activated by the time you finish talking to her. I promise you that. So time today, let's get that stuff activated. Let's make our dreams operational. Let's go ahead and get to it. And let's let it not be dormant another day, not another moment, not another minute. Let's go. Yes. It's go time.
It's go time. Yes, it is. What? As we say at the racetrack, what? And they're off. And what happens?
And they're off.
And they're off, right? They're off. And that's what we told you, what? In 2021, what 2022 was going to be about. But, it depends on how serious the people are, Tiffany. It depends. It doesn't take a long time to write a book. Okay, simply just a blueprint. When you know the right things to put in that book, when you know how to, frame that book, when you know certain things about that book, you can get that book out in 30 days. Okay? When you know the how-tos, you could get that book out in 30 days.
Oh, you definitely can. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I'm giving them to the end of summer if they haven't written it, though.
Even if you haven't written it. There's some things you
I
can
don't
do.
know where their mind is at. That's why I'm saying, depending upon where your mind is at and how. That's why my words were strategic. If you're willing to do the work, because if you're not, there are certain things that you got to get, your mind set up to do, where you want what genre, what your audience want to go. I don't know where you're at. So you can't get it done within 30 days. However, if you're not, you kind of play, and sometimes we get a little scared. And in the beginning, where, I want to go ahead and do it, sure. And then we kind of slack off, and then we start falling into the background, and we don't know really what we're going to do. So for sure, you can have it in 30 days. But if you want to play around, you don't have to play, but you have it definitely for sure by the end of summer, for sure. Sure.
It's so true. Like you said, you giving them grace. You're giving them grace. But if they're that author out there and they're struggling over here, they have money issues, they have some kind of issues, okay? It depends, just like you say, how serious they are about it. But that book could get out in 30 days. That book could get out in less than 30 days. It depends on how you want to activate it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It's no time, y'all. It's time out for sitting on the sidelines. It's time to get in the game. It's time to be serious about it. It's time to maximize your potential and stop leaving money on the table. Instead of thinking about, if you're that business owner, instead of thinking about going down there to the bank and borrowing some money, okay? And your credit can't get it, okay? You already know they're going to turn you down because of what had happened in the past, like, with the pandemic or whatever situation it may be in that case. But you could write your book and put your book out there and do the right things, or the correct things, or the things that you need necessary, like dropping your links of your book in the comment section. How much time does that take? Just to drop your book link in the comment section, so it could get out to the people that need to get it out. You don't know. It could be ching, 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 ching happening right now. Somebody come across this program, they see that book that they need, and they buy that book.
Definitely can happen. Just like you hear that little Cash App, little ching, you hear the little tinkles in there. That's how fast it could. Somebody will scroll across, because that's what ends up happening anyway. We're on social media, and you start commenting, and you chiming in to certain things, and people just start coming up on somebody's timeline, and next thing, hey, what's going on over here? What's that? This person that's a realtor. I do want to move, and I am looking for, you never know. Your picture's appealing, and then you see that person is a realtor, and they're done. Wait a minute. This seems like somebody that I need to talk to. And then see it, you just never know. So, and you just put your information in the comment section. Go ahead and be helpful to that individual. You want to start, pandemic came, you need to have some extra income. Your book can be one of those sources of income. So like, sincerely, it's time to let your gift not be dormant anymore. Get active. Let's make this happen.
Yeah, let's make it happen, because the conference that's coming up in March, we have people on, that's going to be speaking, and they're going to show you, once you have that book, the next steps to open up those opportunities for you. So like you say, it's a mindset. You got to shift your mindset, because this is the winning season. This is not the season to sit back and say, I wish this, I hope that. No, get in the game. You got to be present now. You got to be present. Okay. Activate your mindset. Now it moves us into the last one. It talks about daily progress, that daily progress. You got to dig deep in there. You got to dig deep and contribute your best daily. Your best, not writing that gibberish, but contribute your best daily. Always be the best. You compete with yourself. Be the best that you could be. Always be better than the previous day. Okay? And when we're on these broadcasts, we always strive to do better than we did the day before. However that might seem to us. Okay? We do better than what we did before. Of course, this broadcast is much different than what we had on Friday. because now, we're expanding things to make it happen for our audience, giving them more opportunities. You
definitely should have daily progress. Always be able to move forward. Always have a progressive mindset. You always want to stay forward. Have some forward movement. We always talk about having momentum. Momentum works both ways. You can gain momentum or you can lose the momentum, but we want you to gain the momentum that you'll be able to make progress. We want to see you become what you want to be for yourself. I don't ever want it to be anymore, which I'm grateful for individuals, but I don't want anyone else to see the success in me. I really want to be able to understand, see, and believe and know who I am and I want it to be. Now, there's a plenty of times that other people have visions for my life and I was just like, oh, okay, I was grateful for them. You seen something in me that I didn't see in me. But if we're starting to make sure that we're accountable, we wake up in the morning, we have our affirmations that we say to ourselves. We wake up in the morning, look in the mirror and say certain things. We command our day. We speak to God in the morning. Once we start doing this, these are daily progressions that we do. And these are habits that we're forming, that we're on the road to daily progression, to being better and seeing ourselves where we want to say. We want to see ourselves in the future, or we want to be able to, not just that beautiful thing that we see in the future. We got to start now so that we'll be able to get to that future me, because I believe in me. I want to see me win, but we got to make actions now, and they're daily actions that we have to make in order for us to see that future us. So Nathaniel, it's in the comment section. If you go on there, I'll go ahead and I'll reply to your name. But it's in the comment section that you'll be able to see with Miss Gertrude. But I'll go ahead and I'll tag you to it right now. So yeah, I'll send it to you. Yeah.
Yes, I welcome the conversation, Nathaniel. I'm looking forward to meeting you. So with that being said, I hope that, what we have shared today has brought value to you and, got you thinking, how I can make my book better. How can I make my message better? How can I be better each and every day? And don't forget to, like I said, drop your book links in the comment section. Also tag somebody in the comment section and to invite them to come visit the show, where they could put their books in the comment section also, because this is a great resource for our authors to expand their mindset. And like I tell you, there's a lot of other things that we have in the works that's going to take your book writing journey to the next level, because this is a winning season. It's time to get off the sidelines and get in the game. So with that being said, we are heading over to the Coach's Corner. So remember this. This is your time. This is your season. This is your turning point. So have a great rest of your day.